Rebel groups in northern Mali have agreed to a ceasefire deal with the government to end fighting that threatened to descend into all-out conflict. The army had launched an offensive to retake the rebel stronghold of Kidal in the past week, but at least 20 soldiers were killed as the rebels added other northern towns to their gains. The ceasefire was reached with help from the UN and the African Union. Now, the story of Mali's recent turmoil is a complex one. The government was forced out in a military coup in March 2012. Army officers had said it was failing to contain a rebellion by Tuareg fighters in the north. And just a month later, the rebels took control of the north and declared independence. Within weeks, the Tuareg group, the MNLA, and fighters from another group, Ansar Dine, formed an alliance and declared the area under their control an Islamic State. But their pact didn't last long. Ansar Dine fighters backed by al-Qaeda turned on the MNLA and took over the northern cities of Timbuktu, Kidal and Gao. The fighters then began pushing towards the government-controlled south. In January last year, the French were asked to intervene by Mali's government. They did so and quickly pushed out the al-Qaeda-backed rebels. In a few months, the government signed a peace deal with Tuareg fighters to pave the way for elections, but the truce remained fragile and broke down earlier this month. Wani Akwete is an Africa policy analyst and researcher. He's not certain this ceasefire will last.
It will be too optimistic to just assume that it will hold. The last one did not hold. This is a very difficult and complex situation, and I think the most recent fighting is a very disheartening step backward. One of the difficulties for the government also is that the Tuaregs are one of 52 ethnic groups in Mali, and a lot of them have been saying that they have grievances too. So this is one of the most complex identity problems that any country faces. Is the MNLA and the other two groups, are they really speaking for all the residents, or are they just a few people who are very they have great leadership potential and good fighters, but how do we know that they are really speaking for the people? So I think that peaceful means is preferred. If the government is repressive and undemocratic, then one can understand the armed struggle.